it's over again for another year. But over time, the Edinburgh Festival Fringe has increasingly provided very effective nursery slopes for budding visually impaired performers. Chris McCausland, no less, cut his comedy teeth there nearly 20 years ago, and Maria Oshodi's visually impaired experimental drama group, Extant, has also been featuring again. So what have been the highlights? What have been the themes? And have there been developments which will enhance it as a place for us to enjoy the arts next year? Our Scotland reporter Ian Hamilton has been hanging around stage doors for the benefit of those who couldn't get to Edinburgh to meet some budding stars and take a peek into the future.
I get very anxious and I don't really like travelling around on my own, so I have been mostly depending on my team, my partner who's also here with me, to get around.
Jasmine Thien is totally blind and has a show called I Dream in Colour, which is partly based on her life.
It is a coming-of-age story where my character, Sophie, learns that she has a tumour in her right eye and is offered the choice of a surgery to remove her eye, but she is struggling to make that decision.
And then it happens. Someone touches me on the shoulder. Someone is speaking to me. I think.
Hey.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he actually sounds quite fit, you guys. Hey. I'm Sophie.
I'm Sam.
Okay, not gonna lie, I was hoping for a less generic white guy name, but
If you don't mind me asking,
yes?
why have you got a stick?
Oh, I'm blind, so this is my cane, Bob.
Do you call your cane Bob?
Yeah. Okay, maybe I can't complain about generic white guy names.
I went through a lot of my life feeling some mixed feelings about how my parents chose to keep my eye, which led to many, many years of cancer treatments, which ultimately were kind of unnecessary. It was inevitable that I was going to lose my sight. I reached the age of about 23, decided that I can't deal with this risk anymore on my life, and made the decision to remove it.
Many of you are fighting for equal rights. I'm still fighting for the right to exist. And I'm sick of the world telling me what to do with my body and my life.
I think that everybody can relate to quite a lot of the themes in it, this idea of reclaiming your body autonomy, the feeling that your body is someone else's property and that you can't make decisions about your own body.
Jasmine is not the only performer tackling the topic. I'm off to meet a VIP, so I've been told.
Yes, so my name's Tom Skelton and my show is called VIP, Visually Impaired Papa.
Tom, what's your show about?
I'm blind myself and it's about my experiences of being a blind dad for the last couple of years, but also my fears and anxieties in the build-up to the birth and how it's panned out.
And if any heckles, therefore, could be verbal rather than mimed, that would be much appreciated. I'm not entirely sure what a mimed heckle would look like, but presumably something along the lines of... This is, of course, the two-fingered go forth and multiply salute made famous at Agincourt.
I've come to Edinburgh for many years doing group shows, so this is always a great way to test out a new idea, try something new and develop it, because doing the daily show you can really bring it to life and you can work out what works and refine it and hone it.
How do you feel kind of exposing your feelings in such a public way?
It's both cathartic and it's a way to discover what I really think about some of these experiences and feelings. When people know you're talking about personal stuff and making fun of it, I think that strikes a particular chord with the audience.
Do you think it almost going to normalise your disability by talking about normal things?
I think definitely, yeah, because by bringing the personal experience, the audience understands that it's about my particular experience, and that happens to be with the blindness as a particular factor.
During this show, there will be quite a few jokes about the blind. But it is absolutely fine, because I myself am legally blind. And actually blind. I want you to laugh. I need you to laugh.
I'm telling these stories, even if they were a bit difficult and a bit traumatic at the time, I'm asking them to find the funny in it like I found the funny in it.
It's not just performers. There's been a real effort to improve access for audiences. So, with that in mind, I'm off to meet Holly Gifford. She's got a show called Big Little Sister at Zoo Playground.
The title came about because it's about me and my big brother. My big brother has multiple disabilities, so he's registered deafblind and he has cerebral palsy, amongst other things, and like trying to tell a true story about disability rather than one that is for an audience of exclusively able-bodied people to consume in a way that's like makes them feel better about themselves but doesn't actually make any real change. The door swings open. Standing in it, an elderly man I later discover is my father, holding a newspaper in one hand and his disabled son in the other. They missed my birth. To be fair, I did arrive early. News of my arrival probably didn't reach them in W.H. Smith. I was born happy, healthy, average. In all my 4 minutes on this earth, I've been upstaged. And so I've been working with Extant on their Enhanced program. So it's like when we add access once the show is already made. So I'm going to be running program notes and a touch tour. So if we remain seated for the time being, I am going to individually bring out items for this touch tour and then get them to be passed along, I think would be the easiest way. And just to describe what you're feeling, this is the waistcoat that has like a satin bow on it. It has quite a lot of exposed stitching. So here I have the red fan that I fan myself with. And it says Barcelona on. So feel free to have a play around with this. It's pretty robust. I'm just going to start passing it along now, so it's just in front of you. So this is just to give a sense of the size of the boards that I am holding up, and this would be within the Welsh scene. So this one that I'll be passing around has a printed symbol of someone looking really scared. I think during the show at this point I say, "This is the happy Patrick." So he does look terrified in this image. It's been really fun looking at the complete show and thinking, how do I make sure that this is including visually impaired audiences? What moments of the show need more work on or need to be explained? And how do I deliver that in a way that is like an extension of storytelling? I mean, it doesn't feel like an obligation, but I think sometimes that's how people treat making a show accessible, which it really isn't. It's just a different way to tell a story.
After Holly's show, I wanted to know more about how they made the whole experience more accessible. The touch tour and training was developed by the blind-led theatre company Extant. Maria Oshodi is their artistic director.
Enhance is a kind of method that we've developed at Extant, which is all about creating affordable, kind of lo-fi ways of describing shows for visually impaired audiences before they go into the show, so they get all the detail about the appearance, about the props, about some of the main action without any spoilers, usually delivered by the artist who's performing or a member of the company. And then the visually impaired audience can go in with the full knowledge that they're going to not miss anything in the show.
Do you find sometimes that the technology that we receive for audio description can get in the way? Do you think this is a better way of doing it?
Well, I think it's an alternative way of doing it. I think that there is something about having traditional audio description, and a lot of visually impaired people, definitely that's what they prefer. But not all shows can be audio described. I think if a company actually brings description creatively into the process, we urge them to try and do something for visually impaired audiences.
In the almost 80 years of the festival's existence, it's constantly changed and evolved. Now it appears that more blind people are coming to the fore, and disabled people are no longer, so to speak, on the fringe.
Ian Hamilton, thank you. And that's it for today. You can email in touch at bbc.co.uk with your comments or your questions, or you can leave your voicemails on 0161 836 1338. And that phone number again to register your voting experiences with the Electoral Commission is 0333 103 1928. From me, Peter White, and